मुनि संग मरम जनायो, कली में साचो सतयुग आयो, कली में साचो सतयुग आयो। स्वामी नारायण देव प्रकट भये, स्वामी नारायण देव प्रकट भये, मुनि संग मरम जनायो, मुनिसङ्गमरमजनायो मुनिसङ्गमरमजनायो कली में साचो सतयुग आयो कली में साचो सतयुग आयो स्वामी नारायण देव प्रकट भये स्वामी नारायण देव प्रकट भये मुनि संग मरम जनायो मुनि संग मरम जनायो कली में साचो सतयुग आयो कली में साचो सतयुग आयो चार वर्ण के धर्म सनातन वेद पुराण बतायो चार वर्ण के धर्म सनातन वेद पुराण बतायो नेम सहित पालत नर नारी नेम सहित पालत नर नारी भव जल पार पमायो भव जल पार पमायो कली में साचो सतयुग आयो कली में साचो सतयुग आयो ज्ञान वैराग
Swaminarayan Hare, Swaminarayan Hare. Let us begin today's Satsang by reading Vachanamrutam Gadada, first chapter, number 29. Swaminarayan Hare, Swaminarayan Hare. In the Samvat year 1826, in the evening of the full moon day of the month of the Posh, Shriji Maharaj was seated on a wooden bedsheet laid in the veranda in front of the hall facing the west in the darbar of Dada Kachar in Gadada. He had put on a white turban on his head and a white upper garment over his shoulders. He had covered his body with a white cotton shawl. Garlands of white flowers adorned his neck. A tassel of white flowers was hanging from his turban. Saints and devotees from various places have gathered before him in an assembly. Then Sriji Maharaj told the assembly to ask him questions. Thereupon Gopalananda Swami said, "Please tell us how our devotion, accompanied by morality, knowledge, and non attachment, can grow in intensity." Sriji Maharaj replied, "There are four factors which can intensify the strength of devotion: sacred place, auspicious time, auspicious actions, and company of saintly persons. Out of these four factors, the effect of auspicious actions is very little, but the effect of time, place, and company is very great. Actions are bounded to be auspicious if the place is sacred. Time is auspicious and there is the company of saints. But if the place is evil, like that of Sindhu, like that of Sindh, and the time is also evil, and there is company of sinful persons who consumes meat and liquor, or there is company of prostrates and pimps, then actions are bounded to be wicked. You must stay in a sacred place. If the times turn evil, you must vacate that place and leave for somewhere else. You must always seek the company of saints who have realized God and who observes their sacred vows strictly. Only then your devotion will grow strong. This is my answer to your question. Iti a para from Gadita first chapter, Vachanamrut number 19. Sahajananda Swami Maharajani Jai.
वर्णिवेशरमणीयदर्शनम् मन्दहासरुचिराननाम्बुजम् पूजितं सुरनरोत्तमेर्मुदा धर्मनन्दनमहं विचिन्तये। ॐ अवतारिणे श्री स्वामिनारायणाय नमो नमः। श्री हरि कृष्णाय नमो नमः। श्री पूर्णपुरुषोत्तमाय नमो नमः। सर्वावतारी इष्टदेव भगवान श्री स्वामीनारायण, पूज्यपाद शास्त्री जी महाराज, पूज्यपाद गुरु महाराज, पूज्यपाद सद्गुरु श्री देव प्रसाद दास जी स्वामी जी, all other pious and Brahmanist saints, and all dear Gurukul family members. Jai Swaminarayan. Vachanamrut number 29th of Gadda first chapter. The topic of today's Vachanamrutam is Sadguru Sri Gopalananda Swami asked a question: how can the force of bhakti coupled with dharma, gnana and vairagya can be intensified? Means how bhakti along with dharma, gnana and vairagya, these four, dharma, gnana, vairagya and bhakti, these four are the basic qualities of spirituality, of ekantik dharma for a true devotee. So question is asked by Sadguru Sri Gopalananda Swamiji. Swamiji was a great yogi by birth. He was a great scholar of the scriptures. Even when he was Like before becoming a saint, he was a Brahmin and he was a teacher, and in his classroom he was sending all his class students to the Samadhi. He was not just able to go himself to the Samadhi, he was also capable to send his students to the Samadhi. Such great Sadguru Sri Gopalananda Swamiji had asked a question that Maharaj, how a bhakti along with dharma, gnana and vairagya can be intensified. We can say that to understand how our spiritual qualities can be strengthened or boosted or intensified. Or we can also understand that how spiritual progress or progress in the path of spirituality can be done as a devotee. So that is the today's question. Bhagavan Swaminarayan answered that to progress in spirituality, see, we all are trying every day to strengthen our physical fitness, right? Yeah. Most of you might be going for walking or exercise or doing yoga, pranayams. Why we do all those things? Just to strengthen our physical fitness, to strengthen our body. We are also trying every day to strengthen or to boost our business, our professional skill set. We are also trying to boost and strengthen our bank balance, right? So we are trying for all those strengthening day, every day and whole year and whole life. But the question of today's Vachanamritam is how to strengthen our spiritual qualities. How to strengthen spiritual qualities. And I think most of us don't have time to think of that, right? Yeah, so that's why today's Vachanamritam we have selected. That's Vachanamrita of Garuda, first chapter of 29th, and Sadguru Sri Gopalananda Swamiji. Swamiji was a great Ekantik saint, having imbibed all those virtues of spirituality. But still, just as a mercy on all of us, he asked on behalf of us to Bhagavan Sri Swaminarayan that how spiritual qualities can be intensified. So if I ask you that to strengthen body, what should we do? Yes, we should go to the gym, right? Yeah. And there are many gyms. So which gym you have to go? So there are many trainers, many coaches, many experts and many places to strengthen our requirement, maybe business, body or balance or skill set. But we select out of them which one is best one, right? We try to select which is best one for us and which is actually best in the society or in the market. So here when Bhagavan Swaminarayan answered that how to strengthen our spiritual qualities, so Bhagavan Swaminarayan answered that one should, and this answer should be remembered, this is the main topic of today's discussion. The pious place, first is pious place, second is auspicious time, third is auspicious actions or pious actions, and fourth is company of true saint. In short, place, time, actions and company of saints. All of you remembered? What is first? Yes, place. Second is time. Third is action. And fourth is company of true saint. These four are four factors or four means which strengthen our spiritual qualities. Before we start discussion, the question we have to ask ourselves is, do we want to strengthen our spiritual qualities? Do we want to progress in our spiritual path or not? Or just we want only salary hike, right? Or bank balance? Yeah, Shravan sir is smiling or laughing, right? So, my dear family members, first of all, we should have this keen desire, wish from our whole heart that I want to progress in the path of spirituality. I want to connect myself to the God day by day more and more. I want to connect to the true saint of Bhagavan Sri Swaminarayan day by day. My attachment to the saints and to the devotees should be increased, should be intensified day by day. If we have this desire and this wish, then this Vachanamrut will be very helpful to understand and discussion. So, as an answer of Swamiji's question, Bhagavan Sri Swaminarayan said that 4 factors or 4 things are intensifying and boosting our spiritual qualities. Number 1, auspicious place, auspicious time, auspicious actions, and company of true saint. These 4 are the factors which are intensifying our spiritual qualities. Now, my dear Gurukul family members, if we talk the first factor, auspicious place. So here we'll have discussion also. So place is equal for everybody, right? Place is nothing but land itself, which is called in scriptures Desh, Kal, Kriya and Sang. So Desh means place as a land, so that is common for everyone. So how we can make auspicious place? That is the question. Or what do we mean? What do we mean by auspicious place? You can reply. You can raise your hand. Anybody want to? Yes, Saurabh Bhaiya.
Jai Swaminarayan, Swami.
Jai Swaminarayan.
Swamiji, auspicious place will you consider the basic means what the land is possessing. For example, when Shankaracharya ji was traveling to some place, he saw at some place that a snake was giving shelter to frog, which
Okay.
was giving birth to a
Babies.
newborn, which was giving birth. So when snake's favorite food is frog, but still snake, when it saw that it required some shadow from sun, so it provided shadow with his hood. So that is the speciality of space, and that is where Shankaracharya ji, he thought that this is very pure place, and he built a Shringeri Mutt there. That is
Okay.
what I believe.
Yeah. Yes, very good. Good example Saurav had given. But question is here, is it possible for us to go and stay there? To intensifying our spiritual qualities? Yeah, so this is the root question, or basic question, that okay, auspicious place, time, see, actions are still in our control, but auspicious place and time, it is not in our control. So if it is there, okay, and if it is possible for us, we go and stay there, and that will support us to strengthen our spiritual qualities, no doubt, it's fine. But here one more question is, like, such places are very rare and very few, and we are very big in numbers. So, or practically it is not possible for us to go and stay there. If we go there, then our bank balance will not be strengthened, right? And if we don't go there, then our spiritual qualities will not strengthen. So, right now what is important, that we are doing, right? So, Pujya Devaprasad Swamiji, while explaining this Vachanamrutam, Swamiji said that First of all, if we find such place, we go and stay there, it's fine. But if it is not found, or if it is not in our control to go over there, then what should we do? Then Swamiji said that we should create it. Auspicious place, we should create it. Now, one more question is here. Okay, why do we say, as Saurav had given example, right, that snake was giving protection to the frog. So by seeing that, Shankaracharya ji had constructed or made a Srungeri Mutt over there. Fine. So auspicious place means a place where we find spiritual values, right? Or we find that vibrations which boost our spiritual qualities. Now if same thing, if we try to do where we are staying, then that place will become auspicious. Are you getting me? Yeah. So auspicious place, auspicious time means such time and such place when or where we get boosted our spiritual qualities. Now when practically it is not possible for us to go over there, if we try to boost spiritual qualities at our place, then that will also become auspicious place and auspicious time. There are many examples, we will go ahead. But one more question is here, very interesting question. What is the difference between Satyug and Kalyug? It is question to all of you. What is the difference between Satyayug and Kalyug? We all are now in Kalyug, right? Because we all are very sinners. So what is the difference between Kalyug and Satyug? Yes, I think we expect 3 to 4 answers. Yeah, you can raise your hand. Yeah, here BLR Nagendra sir from Bangalore branch. Yes, sir.
Swamiji, Jai Swaminarayan.
Jai Swaminarayan.
Satya Yuga means we can see the God also from that time.
Okay, very good.
It was there. Kali Yuga is God is not seeing in any human being or any creatures. It is not seeing. It is not possible.
Okay.
We can do by devotion only. We'll in our himself only we can see the God.
Okay. Yeah. Next, anybody else? Yes. Ashish sir.
Swamiji, Jai Swaminarayan, Swamiji.
Jai Swaminarayan.
From the name itself, we can understand, Swamiji, in Satya Yuga, every people were following the path of Satya or truth. There was
Okay.
no lie or no untruth, anything.
Okay.
They used to speak in the truth only. They used to follow the path of truth only. And now Kala Yuga, it is just the reverse. We are not following the path of Satya and not following, not speaking Satya.
Okay, good. Om Prakash sir. Yeah,
Jai
Ramli sir.
Swaminarayan Swami.
Jai Swaminarayan. Yes, sir. Yeah, it is audible. Okay. Balaji sir.
Jai Swaminarayan Swami.
Jai Swaminarayan.
Dharma is prevailing in Satyug Swamiji, whereas Adharma is prevailing in
Okay.
Kalyug.
Yes, Dharma is prevailing and Adharma is prevailing. Okay. At last, where is Manish Agrawal? Yeah, according to science, what is the difference in Kali Yuga and Satyug?
Jai Swaminarayan Swamiji.
Jai Swaminarayan.
in Satyug, it was a time or era where everyone is to follow the dharma, and a sin was not, people is not to follow that sin. And in Kali Yuga, it's totally opposite. That the people are all selfish and they don't follow the dharma, or for the dharma they can do anything.
Yeah, even family members are selfish, right? Fine. So, as all of you said very rightly. So, in Satyug, what is the lifespan of Satyug? Yeah, it is 17 lakhs 28,000 years. 17 lakhs 28,000 years was the lifespan of Satyug. Whereas Kali Yuga lifespan is just 4 lakh 32,000. Just 4 lakh 32,000. So no doubt in all four yugas there is a difference of time, right? And mostly based on that people understand the differentiation of yugas. But here to understood is, in Satyug a year was of 365 days or 300 days? Yes, it was 365 days. A day was of 24 hours or 48 hours. In Satyug, day was of 48 hours or 24 hours? Yes, only 24 hours and 60 minutes per hour. So, if we see just in terms of time or cycle of time, then today also day is of 24 hours and hour is of 60 minutes. So there is no difference according to time. It's fine that it was 17 lakhs 28,000 and this is 4 lakh 32,000. That was just duration is different or length is different. But in fact time was as it is the same. Then why it is said Satyug and today it is said Kali Yuga? Yes, so as most of you said very rightly that and Pujya Devaprasad Swamiji said that the mentality of those people, those who were in Satyug, and mentality of today's people, that makes time Satyug and Kali Yuga. Mentality of people makes time as a Kali Yuga or as a Satyug. You would say that Swamiji, we all are living in Kali Yuga, right? How can we make it Satyug? Yes, we cannot make as a whole earth or the complete cycle of Kali Yuga, we cannot change into Satyug. But the value of Satyug, if we spread, then at least for that context, it will become a Satyug. It will become a Satyug. And that's what Bhagavan Sri Swaminarayan Shastriji Maharaj and Gurukul or other great saint and incarnations are doing. So, Kali Yuga and Satyug is not based on just time or past and present. It is based on our mentality or people mentality. So, today also if we make our mentality like Satyug people, then for us this is Satyug. And time of Satyug also, if somebody is having mentality of, like all these demons were in those yugas, right? Yeah, Dwapar yugas, Treta yugas and Satyug also demons were there. Why? Because at that time also their mentality was like today Kali Yuga. So for them it was a Kali Yuga. So Satyug and Treta Yuga or Dwapar Yuga or Kali Yuga is based on our mentality. So, my dear Gurukul family members, even today, by this Vachanamritam, what we can understand is that even we can make Satya Yuga today at least for our surrounding, for a family, for a village, for a place where we are working in a company or a branch or in the district, in the state or in the nation. And one more question in Mahabharata, Bhishma Pitama and Yudhishthir during their conversation, samvad, it is said that Raja Kalasya Karanam. Raja Kalasya Karanam. Who is the cause of time? Time makes person king or king makes time? Once again, like the sloka is Kalova Karanam Ragno Ragnava Kala Karanam, means time is cause or factor for king, or means time is making somebody king. Like who makes chief minister? When time comes, right? Time makes somebody chief minister, and when time comes, he will be removed from chair. So Kalova Karanam Ragno means time makes king as a king, or king makes time. Anybody want to reply? Yes, Shravan sir.
Jai Swaminarayan.
Jai Swaminarayan.
Time,
Yes, sir.
time makes the person king, Swamiji.
Yeah, and time makes person beggar, right? Yeah. That's what we are believing. We are waiting that when time comes, he will become king, right?
No, not in that way. If the mentality of the, as you told just, if the mentality of the person want to make the people in a very good service manner, he can become a king at that time by giving service to the people in a very good manner. At that time, that person will become as a king.
Okay. Yeah, generally all of us, we mentally think that I am a king, right? Wherever we are. There would be only one principal, but all will think that yes, I am principal. Okay, Shravan sir, right? So, Kalova Karanam or Ragnova Rajava Kala Karanam. So, Bhishma Pitama said that Raja Kalasya Karanam. Raja Kalasya Karanam. King is the maker of time. King is the maker of time. Time in sense, yeah, as in this Vachanamrita Bhagavan Swami Sri Swaminarayan said that auspicious time. So, auspicious time, one more, see dear Gurukul family members, Tirtha Kshetra means pious places, Tirtha places. Why holy places are holy? Before Bhagavan Sri Krishna incarnated on this earth, Mathura, Vrindavan, Gokul were not auspicious place and pious place. Now they are Tirtha places. Before Bhagavan Sri Ram incarnated, Ayodhya was not a pious place or as a Tirth Bhumi. Now it had become a Tirth Bhumi. Before Bhagavan Sri Swaminarayan incarnated, Chapaiya village very close to Ayodhya, just 35 kilometers, was not a Tirth Bhumi, but now it had become a Tirth. So, person makes place either pious or impious. Right? I think you are following me. Yeah. Person makes place pious or impious. So, Raja Kalasya Karanam. Raja Kalasya Karanam. Because of king. King in sense leader. King in sense leader. See, we don't wait for Prime Minister or Chief Minister, right? Yeah, we all are leader in context of small or big group. We all are leaders in small or big context. All of you are leader for your family. So if you think you can make Satyug at least for your family, if a company leader or business leader, then he can make for that business group. If a principal for the school, then he can make a Satyug for his branch. If a chief principal, then he can make for all branches. If a chief minister, then he can make for the whole state. And if a prime minister, then he can make for the whole country. And see, we are, it is completely openly visible that, yeah, from 2014 onwards, right? Yeah, there is a change of change in the nation. Why? And what is the change? May not be physically much, but mentality. Yeah, mentality of the whole nation is something better than previous. So Raja Kalasya Karanam means leader is the factor, or leader is the person or cause for good or bad time. Raja Kalasya Karanam means a leader is the factor and cause for good or bad time. And that's why see Duryodhan and Ravan, right? Duryodhan and Ravan. Duryodhan was when Yudhishthir and Pandavas went to the forest. They were sent off to the forest. So all Brahmins of Hastinapur also were started to go along with Yudhishthir Maharaja, because Yudhishthir Maharaja was very religious and spiritual person. He was himself Dharmaraj. So he was performing yagnas, he was giving Brahma Bhojan, he was giving Dakshina to the all Brahmins, and they had their livelihood. So all thought that, okay, if Yudhishthir Maharaja is not staying in Hastinapur, then what is the use of staying in Hastinapur? We also want to go along with him. And when all were started going with him, so it was shameful for Duryodhan. He was believing that I am a Yuvraj and prince. So Duryodhan asked to the Brahmins that why do you want to go with Yudhishthir? He is going to the forest. You will not get even any kind of dakshina and food in forest with Yudhishthir. He said no, but he was performing yagnas and giving dakshinas, so we are going with him. Duryodhan said that yes, I will give you more dakshina and I will perform more yagnas than Yudhishthir. All of you stay in Hastinapur, stay back. Then all of them, they stayed back to the Hastinapur, and Duryodhan, literally it is said in Mahabharata that he started performing more yagnas and giving more dakshinas than Yudhishthir. So can Duryodhan make Hastinapur as a Satyug? Or that time he can make Satyug? No. Only spiritual actions cannot make persons surrounding as a Satyug. Along with activities and actions, even intention, along with actions, intention also should be auspicious and pure, then only he can make his surrounding as a Satyug. As all of you know very well, that Ravan, right? Yeah. He was also very great religious person. He was also doing puja, right? I think many of us might not be doing today every day, but Ravan was doing every day. And he was a great devotee of Bhagavan Shiv. He was performing yagnas. He had studied all 4 Vedas. And most of us might not have seen 4 Vedas, right? Book also. So Ravan was far better than us, spiritual and religious, right? But nobody had become devotee in Sri Lanka by seeing Ravan. Though he was following all activities and his actions were of spiritual and religious, but nobody had become devotee by seeing Ravan. Why? Because it was only a drama, show off or acting, right? Yeah, his intention was not of devotion, or his intention was not good, and that's why he cannot make his surrounding Satyug. My dear Gurukul family members, today, see this Vachanamrut, why these kind of discussions we are raising and holding, because ultimately end of this life, our final goal is that we want to attain the divine abode of God, right? And to reach there, we have to choose the right path. We have to choose the right person or traveler companion. If we miss, then it is very difficult to reach to God. That's what when Ravan came to kidnap Sita ji, he came in form of Yeah, this dress only had come. And by seeing this dress, if we misunderstand, or if we think that, okay, yeah, this dress means, yeah, it is always great and Swamiji only. No doubt, this dress is of Swamiji only, yeah. But under this dress or behind this dress, what is his intention? That to be identified, that to be understood. And if that is missed, then, as last time also we have discussed, our trust, our devotion, our dedication will be misused, and that will also let us to go to the hell. So today, if we see, my dear Gurukul family members, we find many spiritual organizations, many spiritual leaders, right? They have right. Political leaders and spiritual leaders have good opportunity to create Satyug in a big scale. You can do only for your family or just your friend circle. But chief minister or prime minister can do very big scale, very wide scale. Similarly, spiritual leaders means Swamijis, saints also have this opportunity that they can also make it very wide scale, they can spread Satyug. But if we see today, most of spiritual leaders, when we go them, they exhibit or they display such show off that we won't find any, only show off will be there. We won't find any vibrations, spiritual vibrations. Only based on the arrangement or administrations or name or marketing and PR, we find only show off. But when we go to near to them, we don't find any positive or spiritual vibrations in our heart. And that to be understood. Recently, one very well-known person from Hyderabad, he is also very close to Gurukul. So one day, somewhere he met one more Swamijis. Then they invited him to their ashram in Gujarat and said that yes, once you come to meet our Guru Maharaj. And they said that yes, our Guru Maharaj is such great that even chief ministers and prime ministers and president of foreign countries are also in waiting list to meet our Guruji, right? So this person thought that okay, if they are in waiting list, I am very fortunate to have darshan of this Guru. So immediately he booked the flight ticket and went along with his family, and they have given all the facilities and hospitality. So he was very well impressed. So this way today people are misguiding to the innocent people. Now if all prime minister and presidents are in waiting list, then why they have to call this person? Right? They can call them only, no? If we say that yes, if BMW and Mercedes car people came to give me gift, I say no, I don't want that car, right? And again we are calling to Tata and Mahindra that we want one car, right? Yeah. So today people are such expert that they show off such or exhibit or display such that people get confused and just blindly, oh, thousands of people are following and there are so many his fans and followers and subscribers. So so and so Swamiji would be great, and they are going there. So here this Vachanamritam Bhagavan Sri Swaminarayan is saying that environment of surrounding him should be such. I will give you example, like as today we listen Vachana Kirtan, Kali me Sacho Satyuga ayo, right? This Kirtan is composed by one of the great saint of Bhagavan Sri Swaminarayan, Sadguru Sri Devanand Swamiji. When Bhagavan Swaminarayan incarnated, no, as per the timeline, it is a Kali Yuga time, no doubt. But Bhagavan Sri Swaminarayan, when he incarnated on this earth, he created Satyug surrounding him. And that's why at that time all people, those who are not following the path of goodness or rightness or spirituality, they had followed. Many examples are Joban Pagi and such even great robbers, we can say, like terrorists were there, right? Yeah, but they were turned into great devotees. And one more example Pujya Swamiji was giving, that in Gujarat, as Swaminarayan sect mainly originated from Gujarat, so the brand name of this Tilak Tika, means devotee of Bhagavan Sri Swaminarayan, was such that suppose any like court case or litigation has taken place and one party is like a devotee of Bhagavan Sri Swaminarayan and another opposition is non-devotee of Bhagavan Swaminarayan. So both will be called front of judge, right? And by seeing that Tilak Tika person means devotee of Bhagavan Sri Swaminarayan, judge would not give any decision and judgment. He will ask to the devotee, yes, whatever you said, that is the decision. Whatever you say, because they had such faith and trust that Bhagavan Sri Swaminarayan's devotee would never speak lie and they never do any wrong. So this is called Satyug in Kalyug. This is called Satyug in Kalyug. And even this we can do even for our family at least, or for our own sake and our life we can do. Shastriji Maharaj, even Bhagavan Sri Swaminarayan had made thousands of saints, those who are following Ashtang Brahmacharya. My dear family members, according to Kalyug time, even scripture said that in Kalyug following Ashtang Brahmacharya is near to impossible or next to impossible. But still Bhagavan Sri Swaminarayan had prepared such saints, thousands of saints that time and even today, those who are following pure Brahmacharya. So this is called Satyug in Kalyug. Shastriji Maharaj has established Gurukul, and in Gurukul Swamiji had was also such great saint, and his intention was so pure that he was openly able to say to the God that if my intention is wrong, then don't let this to be happen. None of us can have that dare. We cannot dare that. That okay God, end of our life, can we challenge to God or can we offer to God? Yes, if I am not a true devotee, you don't take me to Akshardham, right? Or if I have not followed your Shiksha Patri, your Agna commandments, then don't take me to Akshardham. We cannot dare even that. Why? Yes. So Shastriji Maharaj was such a great saint, and when Shastriji Maharaj was performing one yagna in Gujarat, so even in the whole city, the Kal Devata, means death, was stopped for 1 week. Yes. So this is even better than Satyug, we can say. Better than Satyug. So such person, that's why out of 4 factors, place, time, actions and company of true saint, the company of true saint makes all these 3 auspicious and pious. So for us, very simple, what we have to do is, we have to be very attached. As Bhagavan Sri Swaminarayan said, as all of you are attached to your family members, you have love and affection to your family members, same attachment, love and affection we should have all our great saints. My dear family members, all of you are Gurukul family members, and as you know very well, let's see this Gurukul, right? This Gurukul is one of the Tirtha Bhumi itself. Whoever comes, enters in this campus, they also feel the divine vibrations and they also experience that, Swamiji, there is something different than outside. Live example, just 3 days back, when he is a parent, but having some family disturbance, so he was willing to join and is a employee in Gurukul. He said that, Swamiji, I want to join in Gurukul because when I come here, I feel peace of mind and the different spiritual vibrations. And at last, one more line he added that, Swamiji, even I am feeling such vibrations here, which I am not even feeling sometimes going to the temples also. So, this is what this Gurukul had become a Tirthbhumi. Why? Because in last 25 years, many great saints have come here, and because of their spiritual power, and last 25 years, thousands of students are doing devotion, puja, prayer, sankirtan. Very simple on the day of Ekadashi, right? Out of 1000 residential students, 700 students are following fast. And if we find 7 lakhs people outside in Hyderabad or 70 lakhs, we won't find, if we find 1 crore of Hyderabad people, even 700 will not be there on fasting. Yes, so that makes, and that is Satyug in Kalyug. That is Satyayug in Kalyug. And with blessings of Bhagavan Sri Swaminarayan, Shastriji Maharaj, Guru Maharaj, and Pujya Devaprasad Swamiji, all our Gurukul campus are such places, nothing but like Tirtha Bhumi. So, in today's Vachanamritam, Bhagavan Sri Swaminarayan said that to intensify or to strengthen our spiritual qualities, especially Dharma, Gnan, Vairagya and Bhakti, we need to be in such a auspicious place, time, actions. Our actions should be such, and we should have company of true saints. But out of all these 4, as Raja Kalasya Karanam, means a true saint is the factor, is the cause of changing all other 3 actions, time and place. So, my dear Gurukul family members, by today's Vachanamritam, what we can do is, at least wherever we are, maybe in a family, in our surroundings, in our branch, let us, with our actions, we make our our actions, our intentions, we make our surroundings as a Satyug by imbibing such qualities which were in Satyug, such all qualities. And very simple for us is that if we imbibe the all qualities said by Bhagavan Sri Swaminarayan or Sikshapatri and Vachanamritam, and if we have very strong attachment like family to such true saints of Bhagavan Sri Swaminarayan, then even we can intensify our spiritual qualities. May Bhagavan Sri Swaminarayan bless all of us to intensify our spiritual qualities. Bolo Swaminarayan Bhagavan ki jai.
Jai Swaminarayan. All thank you Swamiji for explaining how we can make Satyug at our homes, at our schools, at our places. And based on today's Satsang, today's context, if any devotees are having any kind of questions, you may raise your hands or you can text your question in the chat box.
Yeah, all of us are saying that there is no question now, just we have to do it, right? Yeah, we have to practice it, we have to, yes. Ram Reddy sir, Bangalore.
Jai Swaminarayan Swamiji.
Jai Swaminarayan sir.
Swamiji, I am believing that human heart itself is a sacred place or auspicious place. If the human keeps their hearts very clean and purified to reach the God or to follow the way of path to the God. This is my belief. I am believing. So if humans keep their heart very pure and clean, so that they can create the auspicious place for pray the God.
Okay, yeah, correct. All spiritual qualities and values resides and stay in our heart only, correct. Okay. Jai Swaminarayan to all.
Jai Swaminarayan.
Jai Swaminarayan Swami.
Jai Swaminarayan Aditya. Jai Swaminarayan.
Jai
Jai
Swaminarayan
Swaminarayan
Swami.
Swami.
Swamiji.
Narayan.
Jai Swaminarayan.
Jai Swaminarayan.
Jai Swaminarayan. Jai Swaminarayan.
Swaminarayan Swamiji.
Jai Swaminarayan.
Jai Swaminarayan.